So we're starting part 2 of the Holyoke Canal system tour. This is a riding tour, and we're going to make separate parts for a walking tour. And this part here is starting at the Valley Paper Company. There used to be a companion, many mills companion to it that were all paper mills, and they were all to its right, which is now empty space. And I'll go through them. There's the Crocker, then the Albion, and then the Mount Tom, and then the Gill, and then the Nonotuck. And they were all here, all making paper, 6 paper companies, all separately owned. And sadly, within the last 12 years, 5 of those 6 have been taken down. The only one that is left is the Valley Paper Company. And so this is the start of part 2. We're now, instead of going to the southern reaches of the canal system, we're going to the northern reaches. All right, so our first job is we're going to go to the Hadley Company. And the Hadley Company is going to be both on the right and left, and you can see it in the near ground to your right. You can see the expanse of that mill. Off to our left is the former trolley barn, the 3rd trolley barn that served the trolley system of Holyoke. It's now the Department of Public Works building. And off to our right is some of the administration and storage for the Hadley Mills. And this is a big cotton mill. And we're going now through the Hadley Falls Worker Company housing. And you see on both sides of the road, the Worker Company housing. It's beautiful look to it. And we're going to go back out. That has 5 of the 6 sections still intact, and thus, pause it, and thus it fills up a lot of this Flats neighborhood. There's tenement houses around here, and you're going to get to see more of the Hadley Mill. Hadley Mill is enormous. It was the 2nd cotton mill built here. It was part of the Hadley Falls Company instead of mills.
Go.
On the right-hand side is more of the mills. They just don't look at it, but they used to be. So, and on the right, the Holyoke Water Power Company made a little memorial stone for itself, a little park for itself. It's a privately owned park. And then we're going under this underpass, and we're going to take a quick right onto Lyman. And on Lyman Street, we're going to take another little stop in, a special stop on Gatehouse Road. Because on Gatehouse Road, this is where the Amtrak train comes through every day. But more importantly, you get a great view to your right of the whole area. This is the Hadley Mill. You see this great expanse in the distance is the Valley Paper Company. And you can see that beautiful look. There used to be 5 water fountains down there that were all colored water shooting up, and at night they would light them up. Different colors each, and it was a beautiful sight. Sadly, it's not there anymore. Also in there is a special way for a certain kind of mussel to survive when the water drops in the canal for maintenance. It's called the yellow lampshade mussel. It's able to survive in a couple of boarded up pits that it goes into when the water drops. In front of us is the boat lock station. This used to be the first test flow for turbines in Holyoke. It was taken down, but this is the place where boats that had maintenance equipment on them would go through a double lock system to get down from the first level canal to the second level canal. It's now gone, but also in there was a test flume at one time to test the turbines. They moved that up to a race street. Now it's now 4 turbines inside there, medium size, to generate power on the canal system. The drop in water from the first level canal to the second is 12 feet, and it allows for, it's 20 feet, and allows for the generation of lots of energy by water. Now, in front of us, on both sides are important things. On this right side is the boat lock station. On the extreme left, is a spike for the first level canal to drop into the second level canal. The first level canal starts up there. The second level canal starts to our right. And this place right here is called the spike. It's not part of either of those 2 canals. And it's a very beautiful system. On the right hand side is a solar field that was put in. 19 solar fields were put in Holyoke, and they generate solar power, water power, turbines, and they used to generate coal power too. They don't do that anymore. And then on our left, extreme left, is the start of the first level canal. And then a very funky looking apparatus. That's a rake that cleans off implement that's in the water, trying to divert the fish underneath the road to get them out of the canal. And this really does work. It's incredible. So we're going to go to our last stop now. To your right is the former Whiting's paper mill, and then to your left is the back of the Holyoke gas powered company, and also the Hadley cotton company. And we're on our left is the Lyman Mill. The Lyman Mill was the first company ever made on the canal system, and thus it's the oldest. It's Workhausen. Used to be on the left. That was placed in the 1930s by the East Public Housing. And that Lyman Mill at this point has 12 race ports, which the exit point for the water coming out of the canal into the river, the canal's water. And only 2 of them are functional, so they still have private energy generation. Okay, now straight in front of us is put in on the wall where you can go see. It's the last of 4 put-ins, and it's to the right. And this is Pulaski Park, and that's an outlook over the canal and the river. And I have an extremely long stop there, which you can see. Every one of the stops that were taken in this car is also available as a very specific stop, and it's also written on my webpage with a lot of pictures, and it's also written up as a book. And in this stop, you get to see the gatehouse of the canal, and there's 12 gates that raise and allows water to come in, and that water powers the canal system. Its exit points are many. There's used to be two on the second level canal. There's one on the third level canal also, which is big. And along this place, you can see a diagonal beam which makes the fish go out below the ground to the Connecticut River. And you can also see the turbine stations very close to this side of the dam. And there's a masonry dam, and there's also a wooden dam in there. All right. So this is a car tour, but it's meant to be supplemented with all the many stops that I have on my webpage. You can take them by video or just reading text. And of course, each one of them you get to stop, get out of the car, and visit the site. And especially, this is the most obvious one. You can't get to it with a car or the other as you could. You have to walk that 100 yards to get to the outlook and see what you're looking at. But it's a gorgeous site to see how functional this canal is and how beautiful the river is. So thank you for taking this canal tour with us.